So let me get this right. You want to remake The Lord of the Rings?
No, sir. I want to make my own original Lord of the Rings show.
I see. Based off Tolfdir's Salmonellium, of course, and whatnot?
Yes, sir. 8 original episodes leading to the creation of the Rings of Power. I call it The Lords of the Rings.
Rings? Why, isn't there just one?
No, sir. There are many rings, and we see them all in this show.
All of the Rings of Power? Why, I can't wait. Please, tell me about the first episode.
Well, do you remember how Fellowship of the Rings started? Narration? Just like that.
Yes?
Well, we're gonna do that again here, except our narration will be dumb and vague. But it's gonna be so vague, it makes us look smarter than we are.
Oh, well, we are smarter than the audience, are we not?
Of course, sir. And Galadriel will start by saying, before there was a sunrise, there was light.
Oh, I love that line. But how?
Some big trees used to light up the world.
Oh, and then what happened?
Morgoth.
Who's that?
A big evil guy with a spiky helmet.
Ahaha, Sauron.
Morgoth.
Oh.
Galadriel continues to tell us that Morgoth was defeated. And then we cut to a shot, panning up, and we see a guy in a big spiky helmet.
Morgoth survived.
No. Sauron took his mantle.
Wait, so Sauron becomes the villain after Morgoth is defeated, right? So why are we introducing Morgoth at all? Won't the general audience feel a little overwhelmed by all this villainy?
Doesn't matter, sir. This show is for the true fans.
Oh, so the show is for book fans only. You must be quite versed in them then.
There are books? I thought it was just the movies.
Phenomenal movies.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Then we see Galadriel overcoming some bigger, larger boys, proving that she has always been the strongest and that absolutely nobody likes her.
Oh, but if she's our main character, shouldn't we make her likable?
Nah.
Oh.
Now, I don't really know how to fill up more time here, so I just thought we could have some characters say some really lofty and large, kind of grandiose lines of dialogue without much expression behind their faces. I think that's a good way to get the message across.
I have an idea. What if we put in a big battle with dragons and eagles, you know, the ones from the original movies?
Yes, sir. That's great. But then, Galadriel's brother dies, and Galadriel is mourning his loss, and he has a big sort of scar mark on his chest. And Galadriel believes this to be the mark of Sauron.
Oh, is this mark the Eye of Sauron?
Could be, but we'll never know.
But why would anybody doubt Sauron survives, when you just told me he gathered Morgoth's forces and now leads his army?
Hey, shut up. You're not supposed to think about it.
Oh, I guess one plot hole every episode is okay.
I'm only on page 10, sir.
Holy shit!
Now we follow Galadriel's fellowship.
I see what you did there.
And one of the elves falls over, and everyone calls out to Galadriel, stop. But she says, no, we must keep moving, when she could easily just stop and go and help the guy up.
Oh, you're really making her unlikable, aren't you? Well, it's a bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off for you.
And then they find an evil lair, and they say their torches give off no heat because the place is so evil.
Physics.
Galadriel punches an ice wall, punches straight through it, and she finds another mark of Sauron. She uses the Fellowship's last bit of water to reveal the mark.
That was very considerate of her.
Then a snow troll attacks, and we can have a scene just like we did in the Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, I love it. That was such a difficult fight for them. There were so many characters involved too. A wizard, a king, a warrior, a dwarf, an elf, and 4 hobbits.
And then Galadriel, she does a flip and takes it out in seconds, without even looking at it, without even sweating.
Nice.
Thank you, sir. So many young girls are gonna watch this show, and we just need to remind them, all of them, how strong and flawless they are.
Oh. 2022!
2022! But then, her fellowship dropped their swords in mutiny.
They dropped their swords? Weren't they just attacked? Why would you drop your sword?
Because that's what I wrote.
Fair enough.
And then we get a title card.
Wow. That sounds like a very action-packed first episode.
Sir, I'm only on page 18.
Bairu Iluvatar.
Now we introduce the Harfoots.
And who are they?
Remember hobbits?
Yes?
Well, they're hobbits, but dirtier and meaner.
And what do they do?
Well, they exist.
And what do they do for the plot?
Well, I mean, you can't make a Lord of the Rings show without little people.
But in the Salmonellium,
The what?
Did I just have a stroke?
Now, I was thinking we have the Harfoots act like first-time theater students in their first rehearsal. You know, lots of lines of dialogue, lots of big movements, but no truth or sincerity behind the eyes.
Great.
And of course, we have two main hobbits, Harfoots, Frodina and Samantha.
Where have I heard that be? Oh!
You get it. You get it.
Maybe a little too on the nose, do you think?
Right, I'll fix that.
Great.
But they're being hunted by some wolves.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. And so we leave that plot line behind for now.
Oh.
And Galadriel returns to Lindon, and we meet Elrond.
I love Hugo Weaving.
We will have to recast, sir.
Wait. I've been imagining Kate Blanchett as Galadriel. Are we going to have to recast her too?
Yes.
Surely we will cast somebody with enough presence and as strong-willed as Kate Blanchett.
Of course, sir.
Phenomenal.
But Elrond and Galadriel, they speak, and they go back and forth between English and Elvish for no reason.
Why?
Bad writing.
Great.
For the next 20 minutes, we learn that Galadriel was devoted to her brother's mission.
And?
And? Sir?
What else do we learn?
Oh. That's it, sir.
Kind of a shallow character, don't you think?
Well, no, because she wants to get revenge for her brother.
And who was her brother again? For her motivation to be this strong, we really must have grown attached to him.
No.
Oh.
Now, the Harfoots, we learn that Frodina, she has a wild spirit. She wants to see the world, go outside of the village, see what's happening. She talks about the Southlands and men in their fields, and her mother wants nothing to do with it. She tells her to control herself. Her father is the same. She wants to see the world, and nobody wants to hear it. It's really emotional. You really get attached to her. And, sir, did you hear any of that, sir?
Yeah, great.
We see some fireworks.
Oh, just like the Fellowship of the Ring.
You got me, sir. Again.
It's almost like you suck at this.
Haha, good one, sir. But Galadriel and Elrond talk again, and we learn that she wants revenge for her brother.
Oh, I think you're reading the wrong part again. You already told me this.
No, sir, this is later in the episode.
Oh,
And
I love it.
this is Galadriel's big moment.
We better make sure to get the performance just right.
I'm sure we will, sir.
Oh, I beg your pardon, I'm starting to get quite weary. There mustn't be too much longer to go.
The Southlands!
The what?
The Southlands!
What are they?
It's a village with 30 people in it.
Oh, and what's happening there?
Well, we meet Armalas, and he's patrolling the village because 1,000 years ago, the men living here sided with Morgoth.
Seems a little unfair.
And then we meet Bronwyn.
Who's that?
It's Bronwyn.
Great!
And then we meet her son, Theo.
What's he like?
Well, he's a racist teenager with a bad accent and an even worse haircut.
Can I just say that your knack for writing compelling characters is inspiring?
Thank you, sir. After this, we learn that Armalas and Bronwyn have a secret relationship.
Oh, and I bet their chemistry just bleeds off the screen.
Of course, sir. And then Theo, he finds a sword with the Eye of Sauron on it.
Where did he find this?
In a barn!
How exciting!
And then we introduce Celebrimbor.
Killer who?
Don't worry about it. He's no one. Now Galadriel has been sent to live in the Undying Lands.
Where are they?
Thousands of miles across the ocean. And they stand there, holding their great swords while wearing armor the whole time.
Wouldn't a journey like that take some time?
I don't know.
Then why do they need to stand there in guard the whole journey?
Because this is a big moment.
Is it?
Galadriel, she jumps off the ship, back into the ocean, to swim back to Middle-earth.
Galadriel swims. Across the ocean.
That's right, sir.
Have you ever seen a map of this ocean before?
What's a map?
Never mind.
Now a comet lands right next to the Harfoots, and there's a naked man inside the crater.
Wow, a naked man. Well, maybe not naked. Kids will be watching.
Okay, he can wear a loincloth.
That's better. And who is this?
Aha, sir, you will have to wait.
Oh!
And the final shot looks down on the crater, and it looks like the eye of Sauron. Bang! Cut to credits.
Wow.
Good stuff, right?
Yeah. Although I've kind of forgotten what happened. Remind me.
Well, Galadriel wants to find Sauron,
Yes?
Armalas milked a cow,
Yes?
and the Comet Man landed for Frodina to find.
Yes?
That's it.
Feels like we could have accomplished this in 15 minutes.
No, sir, don't be ridiculous. There isn't much history here in the book, so we gotta fill it out somehow.
I suppose you're right. Tolfdir only wrote 3 books and they weren't based on this time period.
That's right, sir.
I don't know about the name though.
Rings of the Lords?
Might be confusing. What about the Rings of Power?
Oh, sir. Oh, sir, that's great. No wonder you're the boss.
Well,
And one last thing, sir. The budget.
Oh yes, of course. How much do you think you'll need?
Well, I was thinking $1 billion for the season.
What?